What is up, everybody? Today I'm going to be ranking every single Bed Wars kit that has ever existed from S to F. S being the best, F being the worst, and all the other ones in between being grades. As you can see here, all the kits are from the ones that you can buy with Robux now, limited time kits, and all of the Battle Pass kits. We are going to be ranking every single one of them. Even though I haven't played with some of them, I've watched videos on them, so it will be a fair ranking. First up, we have Axolotl Amy. Now, Axolotl Amy is one of the more useful kits, because the axolotls are super useful in PvP. By the way, we're judging all of these in squads, not like 30v30 or solos, so you have 3 other teammates. Axolotl Amy is so good because it's a team working kit, but you can also use them for yourself and they give you tactical advantages, so I'm going to rate this kit an A. Next is Archer. Now, Archer, it's a pretty good kit, not gonna lie. The tactical crossbow is super useful. I think it does a little bit more damage than the crossbow, but it's still super good. So this kit is going to go in the A tier as well. So now, Baker. Baker gives you speed pies and apples, and I think that this kit is a pretty good kit because you can use the speed pies to get away if you have a friend that can give you them and you're like a kit like Zephyr that can run faster. I think it's pretty useful, and the health apples have saved me many times, so this kit's gonna go in a B. Next is Barbarian. Now, Barbarian isn't my favorite kit because I'm not very good at PvP and you lose half your sword, but once you get the Rage Blade, if you die you have to start back at Diamond, and Diamond takes forever to upgrade, so I'm gonna rate this kit a C. So next we have Cyber. Cyber is such a good kit for collecting resources, but there's a few downsides, like you can't see who's actually coming to your base if there is somebody coming to your base. So I think it's good if you have a teammate at your base. So this kit is going to be an S tier because it's so good for collecting resources, and then other people don't get them and you can. Next is Elder Tree. Now, Elder Tree, you just get bigger when you collect more orbs, and collecting orbs is a pain in squads. I mean, I guess if you have a teammate who can protect you, it's fine, but you can't buy armor, you can only buy a sword. So you have to unlock armory, even though if your teammate's a barbarian, like you can't. It's like so confusing. So this kit is gonna go in an E tier because it's just too confusing for now. And also, I am gonna make some changes later. Next, we have Farmer Cletus. Now, Farmer Cletus in squads is super useful because there's so much you can do. Like you can get teammates getting emeralds, teammate getting iron, and boom, infinite farm. But it's kind of hard to find farmland depending on which map you're on, so that's a little downside, so I'm going to rate this kit a C. Next is Freya, or Freya, whatever you want to call her. Her ice sword's pretty cool, but the emerald sword does replace it, so it's not my favorite on that end. But the kit skin's super cool, and the sword's super cool, and the slows effect's super cool, so this kit gets a B for being super cool. Up next is Infernal Shielder. Infernal Shielder before it got buffed was so bad, but now that it's got buffed, it's so good, so it's going to go under B. Next, Grim Reaper. Now, Grim Reaper, it's such a good kit. You can heal 2 seconds, you get speed. It's like so useful, so this kit is going to go in an S tier. Next, we have Melody. Melody's super useful in squads, but if you're alone at your base, it's not the most useful, so I'm going to put this kit as a D. Next is Miner. Miner, there's a few downsides to it, but it's a PvP and farming kit at the same time, so you can do both. So I think this is a really good kit, so this kit is going to go in an A tier. Next is Vanessa. Vanessa, triple shot, so good, and her kit skin's pretty cool. S. Next is Vulcan. Vulcan's not my favorite kit because it's super hard to maneuver, but I'm going to put this kit as a D. Next is Wizard. Wizard, this kit's useless, I have no other words, E. Next is Lassie. Lassie's pretty good for squads if you want to get someone protecting the bed away from the bed so that you can break it. So this kit's going to go in a C. Next is Pirate Davy. It's kind of a useless kit, you just shoot TNT. There's a few glitches, but I'm pretty sure all of them have been patched. This kit's going to go in an E. Next is Builder. It can make wool blast proof for 2 iron, B. Next is Trinity. Now, Trinity It's a pretty good kit. I think it's confusing to maneuver once you first get it, so I'm going to put this kit in a C. Moving on to some of the limited time kits or kits from certain events. Yuzi is a pretty good kit, but everyone uses it. Since it's gotten nerfed, it's kind of bad. D. Next is Void Regen. It's kind of like Yuzi, but the kit skin's kind of cool, so C. Next is Ember and Lumen. So Ember, I think, is super good, especially in squads if you want to like camp and get kills like later in the game. So I'm gonna rate this kit an A, and Ember is a little bit worse, so I'm gonna put it as a B. Moving on to the Season 1 Battle Pass kits. First we have Warrior. Warrior's only good for his armor, E. Next we have Bounty Hunter. This is so good in squads, B. Next is Beekeeper. It's not my favorite, but it's not super bad, so D. Next is Jade. Jade does the same thing as Yuzi and Void, except she smashes blocks and puts people in the air, B. Next is Raven. They don't last super long, but they're still good with fire, C. Next is Spirit Catcher. Spirit Catcher, pretty good. Good for bed defense, it's good for killing people and getting them low, A. The last kit for Season 1 is Pyro. And I think that Pyro is very good. It's kind of fun to burn people, so A. Moving on to the Season 2 Battle Pass. First we have Trapper. Trapper is not that good, D. Next we have Gombi. The only thing that you can do is suck people and throw them out, so it's fun for trolling, C. Next is Fisherman. No words besides A. Next is Jack. This is super fun for trolling, but it's not the best in squads, C. The last kit for the Season 2 Battle Pass is Ares. This is the spear guy. He's not my favorite, but he is kind of cool, so B. Moving on to the Season 3 Battle Pass, the winter-themed one. Santa, kind of useless besides doing bed defenses, D. The only thing Gingerbread's useful for is getting a jump boost and giving you 10 health that you can survive, D. Next is Smoke. First, this has nothing to do with the rating. What does this have to do with winter? But I would rate this kit a D because the invisibleness is so bad. Yeti. The Glacier Roar, pretty cool, C. The Snowman just gives you snowballs that do like 3 damage, not that good, E. Airy, so good, S. Moving on to the Season 4 Battle Pass, we are starting off with Metal Detector, so OP in squads, S. Alchemist, it's useless besides like 1 potion, E. Sheepherder's good once you collect a bunch, so I'm gonna put this kit as a C. With Crocker Wolf, there are so many broken glitches, it's so funny in squads, B. Conqueror's pretty good, but I don't understand the use of the defense banner, so this kit is gonna go in a B. Nynx, it just does more damage, so I'm also gonna put this kit in a B. Moving on to the Season 5 Battle Pass, the Battle Pass that you can buy right now. First off, we have Lucia, so good in squads, especially if you like farming kills, so I'm going to put her in the S tier. Next is Merchant Marco. He's not that good because I find that he's just like not balanced with his things. They're like all things that nobody would use, so I'm going to put this in a D. Next is Dino Tamer Dawn. The Dino's 40 iron. It's not super good. There's a bunch of broken glitches and they're very annoying, like it can break the game, B. Okay, next is Coldback Kit. Coldback Kit is so good for healing. I'm gonna put this in an A tier, even though it's super new. Star Collector Stella, so good, heals your teammates, S. Zephyr, since it's gotten nerfed, it's not as good, but I didn't like it in the first place, so I'm gonna put this one in a C. So here is the final result of the rankings. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It took over 4 hours to make, even though it doesn't seem like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. See ya!